Fuck up.
Welcome to Laugh Out Lore's. Fuck. It's already a day. Welcome to Laugh Out Lore's Secrets of Eldruma. If you're just joining us for the first time, welcome. We are going to try cameras tonight to see how well that works for the stream. If there's any maps, we will switch over to the map view. But if we're just doing theater of mind and just talking and acting out, we're going to try with cameras. So bear with us while we try to set that up on the fly, because I did not plan for any of this, because I am a slacker. Discord server is up. If you go into the chat and type !socials, it will tell you, it'll give you a link to all of our socials. It's Twitch, obviously you're already here, Twitter, Facebook, and our Discord server. So hop on over there, join that. We're trying to be active in it. Sometimes we forget, but we always see your messages. There was one more thing. Oh, yeah, pass down stories. So we've got some progress on it. We started watching the videos. Passed it on a couple times already for the practice round just to see how well things are going to flow. I'm super excited about it. It was hella fun to listen to Curtis's story and retell it. Missed a whole fuckload, but you know what? I gave it my best.
ADD is not going to make that fun for me.
No. I mean, like I said, my attention span is like 1.5.
I'm like, minutes. I got this, so I listened, but I don't really listen. I imagine creating shit in my head.
Right. Imagine trying to tell the story when you didn't write anything.
You know, but that's the best. That is how I tell stories.
Yeah. I went into hillbilly mode and just fucking knocked that shit out.
Hey, no spoilers.
Yeah, I know.
Did you break out the Mercury 200?
I should have.
You should have. That would have been fantastic.
Who knows? It might show up.
Brandon knows I could have finished with that.
Oh man, that would have been hilarious. Oh, come on.
Tales of
No, I'm trying to leave that completely D&D unrelated, so that people. I've got a lot of friends that really don't care for D&D, which is why they don't watch us.
Yeah.
So that would kind of open up something else.
I think I may dip into some of the lore of Eldruma.
Oh yeah.
But it definitely won't be strictly D&D.
Right.
Really quick, because my CPU is sky high, I tried turning off the music. Can someone please double check to make sure the music and the microphone the music is off, the microphone is on? I'd really appreciate it. And then we will wait for that before we go forward.
Hear music, and I hear audio really clear, actually.
Okay, perfect. Sweet. It's showing that there's still music, but it's on. I have it on
liquid
mute,
cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I haven't rebooted my Mac in a while. And we stream twice a week on it, plus all my work stuff. So I probably should have rebooted it before today. But also audio editing, Photoshop, all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Also, Brandon, let's give an audio. What are we going to call this here? Warning? Content warning?
Yeah. So for any of our new listeners, there's a reason why we have a disclaimer and require you to hit yes that you're a mature audience. Because we get kind of raunchy. So...
Kind of?
Yeah, kind of, I guess.
Kind of?
Did you say kind of or continually?
Continually, yeah. That is more accurate. For damn sure. Today's
stream is just going to be 3 hours of Traka graciously eating chicken wings.
Sweet. But with that, we're going to go live or get started. So let me see if I can get our cameras up. I need to.
Let me put my cute face on.
Hide that one.
What, my face?
No.
And I listened to
Why is my camera picking up the light from my ceiling? It's like right through my face. That's about annoying.
I bet.
Man, I'm gonna have to get some RGB lighting now. Be like all the cool kids.
I use my fish tank for that.
Use what you got.
Damn right.
Oh, yay. The dog is puking. I wonder what he got into. Now, why isn't...
We're going to throw in the plug here. Unintentionally.
Damn it, Brandon.
I know. I can't figure this shit out.
Why don't we try a different night?
Yeah, we will have to try a different night. I don't know why it's not showing up. So apologies.
That's fine.
We will try again later.
Actually, a really good night to start this, and I'm not sure how we feel about Sundays, but for the one shot or the storytelling.
Both
would be very good starting points.
Well, the Sunday campaign, Anthony already talked to me about, so we're gonna definitely do that.
Okay.
I think it's because I started up Streamlabs before I started up Zoom, so I may have to switch that next time. Yeah. But it's fine. We'll go no cameras tonight for the audience. Obviously, for us, we're still good. With that, last we left off, we had. You moved about 500 feet. Traka is covered in
full-on predator poo.
Full-on predator poo, like all over. You guys did finally turn the corner, and you are met with it is a shorter corridor than normal, than you guys have already gone to. But this one is broken up by a large river flowing through, seemingly pretty quick. I need all of you to roll perception.
Fuck, why can't I be broth right now?
You said perception.
Yes, please.
22, Traka.
Jesus.
17 for Dragoon.
Okay.
17 to lock.
Okay.
9 for shark bait.
Awesome. And then Nylar.
23 for Nylar.
23.
Sorry,
19 for Bjork.
19
No,
for
you're
Bjork.
good.
Yeah, most of you, except for the one that rolled a 9, I think that was shark bait. See, this river is very quick. It flows in from one side, and then there's an entire wall on both sides of you. There was a cave-in at one point that actually started the flow, and it actually looks like the corridor was once flooded, but eventually, after time, the pressure from the influx of water ends up pushing out the other side of the wall. So you do have about a 20 to 25 foot distance that you're going to have to somehow get across without being washed away. What do you guys want to do?
Are there any, like, I'm guessing we're close to this temple or whatever. Are there any, like, pillars or big rocks I could tie a rope off to?
You rolled a 22, right?
Yes.
Looking around, you could probably wedge. Do you have a climbing kit or a pitton and a hammer or anything?
Let me look.
I do. If you don't, I can loan it to you. If you've got an idea.
You gave him one. You gave him a pitton.
Yeah. I threw a pitton to you. The rope I took back. So
we left that rope and pitton tied across that chasm, though.
Did we?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna borrow a pitton from Bjork, and I'm gonna.
I think for the rope, we said we cut off 20 feet
for that one room. Yeah.
I always have rope.
Let me see here.
And Nylar, you can jump in anytime. I see your hand.
Oh, I'm going to look at this thing and be like, "You have to toss me."
Yep.
I can't make the jump.
I want to grab Nylar and throw him.
Oh, well, you said it. So I guess roll a strength check.
You have to toss me.
Now,
we were going to hand you the rope to drag across. But
Dragoon.
I grab him by his back collar and his belt waist, and I
Dragoon.
right across the way.
What is your lift carry weight?
I think it's 400, 450, something like that. Let me make sure. That would be push, drag, or lift 480 pounds.
Okay. Yeah, that's plenty. So, with that in mind, Nylar, what is your total weight right now? It's your weight plus whatever you're carrying.
How do I find that?
Underneath equipment, you'll see
135 pounds carried. And I am, I don't have a weight.
Yeah, that's just on you. Whatever you want to make it.
What's a standard gnome?
Well, you're a rock gnome who's a barbarian, so you'll probably be a little heavier because you are bulkier.
I'd say no more than like 50 pounds, though,
yeah,
right?
I'd say even like soaking fucking wet, you're still only like 50 pounds. But how much equipment are you wearing?
I'm carrying 135 pounds.
So
280 or
280. Okay, cool. I just need to know for my DC. So,
according to the fandom, a rock gnome is 40 to 45 pounds.
Oh. So, with you being super buff, I'm going to mark it up to about 70 pounds.
I would say 65, but yeah, 72.
65 will work.
Copy. 69.
Hey, we got video.
We got video.
Nice.
Oh, hold on. Stream's got to catch up.
My stream needs to catch up.
Oh, no.
Hey. Oh, shit.
Harry miss.
Oh, man. There we are.
All right.
My internet's fucking
Got him
wonky
fucking
today.
ugly.
Well, we all are.
Right?
At least it's
Ooh.
you that said it, buddy, not me.
I need to bring my camera up here.
All right. So, I hope you all can see us. Hi. Oh, man, it's kind of trippy to watch too.
I can't see you.
So I
Holy
guess
shit.
Dragoon, roll a strength check.
And also, while he rolls that
Ooh.
Draka mark, I'm going to give you 4 pittons out of my pack. So you have some spare when you need them again.
So that's a 22 strength.
22. Ooh, okay. And then Nylar.
Yeah. That's me.
I need an acrobatics from you.
Can I
Yeah,
roll
copy.
sleight of hand really fast and try and tie this rope around Nylar's waist before Dragoon throws him?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
19 for Nylar.
A 19.
Ooh, that's a nat 20.
Yeah, you're able to tie it on pretty well. In fact, with the nat
Even going
20,
to use the silk rope so it's nice and smooth against his skin.
perfect.
Flawless.
With the nat 20, I would say you're actually able to kind of give him a boost as well, which is what is definitely needed because even with a 22, it's a 20 to 25 foot gap. But with your help, I would say, Nylar, you are able to get across, especially with your acrobatics. You do land a roll, which is great. Yeah.
Swag.
What do you want to do?
I'm gonna be like, hey, while you're over there, put a
Tie the
pin
rope
in
off.
and tie this rope off to it so we can shimmy our fat asses across.
I'll look at Chuck and be like, I'm not a dumbass. And tie the
He
rope
works
off.
like, somebody say my name.
What? Because of the roaring
Say my
water.
name.
Yep. Yeah, and it is rather loud around here. The water, the sound of the water alone is quite loud.
And making Bjork have to piss really bad.
What does it make you have to piss?
Steven.
No, that always requires after. Nyla, roll a perception check.
Oh, go ahead.
Roll perception?
Yep. Now that you're over there.
That's a 13.
You look around, and you see you in an alcove over there. Normally, you wouldn't see alcoves like this, and you've only seen one alcove since you've been down in the sewers. It is towards the end of this hall, but there is an alcove that you could check out. The rest of you do see that you have a silk rope tied to you. With a 13, you're not really able to see much that you could tie it to. So right now it's kind of just tied to you. What do you want to do?
These guys are too fat just to be able to hold it. So there's nothing for me to tie off to, huh?
As far as you can see, no.
And what
Can I go towards the alcove? Is the rope long enough for me to carry and head that way?
I'm guessing it's 50 feet of silk rope. I think Traka's the one that had it, and he just left. So I'm going to assume it's 50 feet. You can just get to it.
All right, cool. I'm going to head that way.
Okay. So you start
See if there's anything
walking.
to tie off.
As that's going on, you all see Nylar make the jump, land it, roll into the fall, and start getting up and looking around, and then starts walking off. You cannot see the alcove from here. So what do you want to do?
How far is that again? From one side to the other?
What'd you roll for perception again? It was high, right?
Yeah, it was.
It's between 20 and 25 feet.
And I'd start pulling the rope back.
It is still attached to him, or at least he's holding it. But he has not found anything to tie it off to yet.
I'm just gonna kind of give it a tug and try and pull it back.
Okay.
I'd like to tie it around myself and walk through the river so I can kind of get a path and get to the other side.
Okay. I would say Nylar's far enough back where he probably wouldn't be able to hear you, but you start tugging on the rope, and of course Nylar just ducked out. So we'll come back to that in a second when he gets back to see what he does. Bjork, what are you doing?
Bjork, hearing the guys make plans to toss Nylar across, I'm gonna pull Nylar out of my backpack.
Okay.
And I'm gonna throw him across the river.
You still have that rock in your backpack?
It's Nylar.
Yeah, I never took it out. I mean,
He's been carrying that big ass rock this entire time.
all right. So Bjork,
His quads are gonna
ain't
be
the
like
only
this.
reason these calves are buff.
Bjork, what is your lift weight?
See that?
I know it's
a lot.
extremely high.
A lot. Let's see. Push, drag, or lift is 570 pounds.
Okay. Yeah. So go ahead and roll a strength check to see how far you can chuck it. I would say this is probably the same approximate weight as Nylar was, since you do think it is. So it's about 70
I think
pounds.
that's why they used the rock that they used.
Yeah.
That is
exactly why I used that rock.
10 with 4 for 14.
You throw it, and as you do, you're used to throwing things. I mean, you've done it so many times, but for some reason, it just kind of slips off, and it's probably because of the weight of it. You're not used to throwing stuff this heavy, and it's more like a dead weight too, so it has that feel to it. And as you throw it, it gets about halfway, and then drops into the river.
Nylar, no!
Yeah, Bjork's gonna start a mild panic. I'm gonna look at the other guys and be like, guys, I'm so sorry. You said to throw him across, and I tried to do it by myself.
Can I
Dude,
Nylar
throw.
from a distance?
Nylar, you would not be able to hear them at all because of the raging river, and you are about 30 more feet from it.
I
However,
had a good saying and everything.
you do feel the tug of the rope. You're either holding it or it's tied to you. So I would say you're actually able to see Bjork do this because the tug would probably turn you around. Am I assuming correctly?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you would definitely see Bjork throw this giant boulder into the middle of the river and see him start looking around like, what the fuck? So
He can't hear me.
he cannot hear you at all.
Okay, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna go to that cove.
Okay.
I was gonna be like, nice fucking throw, you jackwagon.
Do you drop the rope?
Actually, to kind of test this out, I would picture as Nylar hits the water and I see him start to sink, I'm looking for him to float back up and maybe swim, downstream. So I'm just screaming, Nylar! Nylar!
Okay, Nylar, roll a perception check since he's screaming your name, and we all know if we hear our name, like even from a distance, we sometimes perk around, so.
While that's going on, can I clear the... Is there enough I can get like a running start to clear this river?
You have about 10 feet.
Oh, that's perfect, I think.
You can jump
How
25
far-
feet.
Wait, am I doing? You say perception?
Yep, perception.
19.
Did we say this was 25 feet?
This is about 20 to 25 feet. The edges are crumbly, so...
I actually can, if I'm reading this right.
Hold on.
So
Hold on, Chris. So
Okay.
I know about long jump, but there was somebody. Oh, Brian, are you dropping
Yo.
the rope for Traka?
Am I what? In the what? The what?
The rope. He is currently tugging on it, trying to get it back.
No. What the? I'm gonna untie that bitch.
Okay, cool. Just leave
I'm
it
trying to-
dangling.
Unless you know what? Leave it on.
Okay. So Traka,
Okay, I'm
you.
just gonna start pulling it back then.
All right, strength check.
Why is
That
pulling
is
this
a
fucking thing?
6.
I guess I would need a contesting strength check from you, Nylar, to see if you can continue walking.
Did you roll a shitty roll and then added it to the get 6?
I think his
No,
was
I
a 6
rolled
total.
A 4 plus 2.
I rolled a 6 plus
Nice.
4 or a 10.
Yeah, Nylar, you're able to keep pulling it. Traka, try as you might, the rope just keeps going with him.
I'm gonna assume that he's got it tied off, and I'm just gonna
Oh my god!
grab it over my head and start walking through the water. 'Cause
Okay.
I'm tired of being shitty. I want
Here
it
we
back.
go.
All right, so Traka's starts walking through, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Keeping my hands on the rope like above my head, or I don't know if it'd be waist level or what.
We'll get to that in just a second. Dragoon, you have 10 feet approximately, and the edges are crumbly. So I need you to roll a strength check. Or athletics check.
$18?
With an 18, I would say you get about 3/4 of the way over. So about 17 to 18 feet in. You guys see Traka, he actually jumps over you. But unfortunately, you do not make it across, and you are now you have landed in the river. I need a strength check from you, and Traka, I need a strength check from you. Dragoon, yours is with disadvantage because you will go under. Traka, yours is just a regular.
Shit.
Oh, that's not bad. And it was strength,
Yep.
so it's a 15 either way.
A
His
15.
name's Traka in this one.
16.
Hello.
Traka.
Hello.
So
Okay, I guess.
15 Dragoon, you're starting to get pushed towards the void, past the wall. You're not quite there yet, but it's pushing. Traka, what was yours?
16.
16 at this point, you're able to push through. You get about another 10 feet, and I'll need a strength save from both of you again.
Did Dragoon save, or is he under the water?
He is under the water, being pushed towards the end of the corridor, like past where the corridor ends.
Okay, I want to like stretch out along the rope and kind of pull it and wrap it around myself and see if I can get under the water and find Dragoon.
You did see where he landed. You still aren't close enough to him to be able to see him underwater. It's not exactly like sewage, but it's definitely muddy water, so it's hard to see under. I will say, if you're going under, roll a perception with disadvantage.
Is there any way I could use my
8.
What was it?
8.
Yeah, you're just not able to see him.
And Bjork, I'm assuming I see all this, right?
You do, yes.
I'm gonna turn around to Sharkbait and be like, Sharkbait, I'm not sure if you're an eagle or a crane, but we're gonna have to lift these guys out of this water.
I don't have enough lifting power to lift them out. Well, maybe the little
Maybe
guys, but not any
maybe
one
Dragoon, but definitely not Traka. And he
big.
knows
I
that.
tried to truck out of the mud and he was too heavy.
Yep.
Can I like take my claws out and start like trying to grab towards the wall to like dig him in or something, or grab something to try and stop me?
Keep walking.
You are not
Right there,
close
right
enough
hand.
to the wall
Reach with your left
to
hand.
reach it.
Left hand.
I will say you can try to dig your feet with your claws and try to stay put and stand up.
Over here.
Right
So
side.
roll a an acrobatics to see if you can get yourself positioned correctly. Traka, at this point, the water is up to your neck.
When it fucking counts. When it actually counts.
Can I yell to Malak and ask him if he's got any way to control
And he's a
the flow of
turtle.
this water?
He's not here to answer you, so
Fuck.
I got a nat 20.
yeah, with that, especially with that, you are able to dig yourself in, and as you stand, you notice the water is still above your head. So you bend down and you're able to actually, I'll say with a nat 20, you jump up, in the direction. Actually, roll a d4 real quick.
Oh, D4, wrong one. Here we go. That's a 2.
You end up jumping the wrong direction, but you do make it. So you were jumping across. Let's just say east to west. Actually, according to the map, it'd be north to south. Right? You're heading north. You jumped east, so you jumped towards the right, going into the river or the entrance of the river, about 10 feet with that nat 20. I need another strength save as you land.
Bjork, do I fucking see this?
You do see him rocket out of the water.
That's a 17.
That saves.
Can I scream as I jump up, shoot an arrow with a rope, and then land?
About how far away is he from me when I see him land?
It's hard to tell the exact distance. Roll a perception. Just
Okay. Yeah. I'm just curious here.
Can I keep one arm like up so they can kind of see where I'm at?
You're treading water currently
Oh.
with that save.
Sweet.
That's
So they can see my
13
head.
with 3, 16 total.
Yeah, with a 16, you definitely see him kind of just like pushing himself against the current. He is above water now, and you see only Traka's head too, as he's kind of. Traka, how tall are you? And Dragoon, how tall are you?
Pretty sure I'm 6. Hold on. 6.
I thought Dragoon was huge.
I am. I'm 6'7".
It's still above your head.
It's that fucking deep?
Yeah.
Fuck.
And then Traka, what's your height?
Six foot one.
It's above your head too, but not, or even further. So I would say, Traka, you're trying to go
So
just
wouldn't
straight across.
Nylar need to do a strength check? Because I'm still holding the rope. I never let go of it.
You are walking towards him though, so he.
Yeah, but if the
That's
water's
true.
taller than me, I'd be hanging on it and it'd be pulling on it.
That's true. Nylar, I need a strength check. Or do you think it'd be a save or a check?
Yeah, probably, because if
Strength.
the water washed my feet out and I'm just hanging there.
Yeah,
put
it's a strength
back
save.
pressure on him.
Yeah, I would think it's a strength save.
Good call.
Can I help Nylar?
Nylar's on the other side. You can definitely fly to the other side.
I can fly over and help him.
Yeah.
What do I roll?
22.
Awesomeness? Bam. I'm
22.
awesome.
Well, that saves regardless. Drake, you do see Nylar kind of get a couple steps taken back as you see Traka hanging on to the rope. So you fly over, no issues whatsoever.
Pays to be a bird.
Yep. The others that can fly over and carry over the lighter ones. So all that's cool. Just for clarity's sake. You guys do turn around, though, and you notice the healer's gone.
The what's gone?
The healer. The cleric.
Arcadia?
Yep.
Where the fuck is he?
Marco.
We'll get to that in just a second.
Stick my head out of the water. Polo.
Bjork, my mild panic kind of sinks in a little further now, thinking that maybe the giggling children took him. I'm gonna start freaking out trying to get out of this area, and I'm gonna tie off my bag of rocks that I've got to the end of a silken rope, and I'm gonna throw them kind of just downstream of where I think Dragoon was.
You see Dragoon.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna try and throw them to him.
Okay. What was it again?
Bag of rocks.
Are they just like
So
regular
fine.
rocks, or?
Yeah, I think I said that I just picked up a handful of rocks and tied them in a leather bag.
Okay, cool.
I've taken a couple out, so I would think now it would only weigh, a few pounds.
Are you trying to basically throw him the rope and weighting it down so it actually has a weight to be thrown?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Because if I was just to try and throw the rope itself,
Yeah.
it obviously wouldn't carry too far.
Okay. Yeah. Roll a athletics check. See if you can aim it and throw it real well.
Okay. That's a 16 plus 6,
Oh, plenty. Yeah.
22.
You're able to toss it to him, and you say, "Hey, catch!" Dragoon, make a dexterity check.
$15.
Yeah, I'd say it's enough to catch. So you get the rope. Bjork, I'm guessing you have the other side. Like you're.
Yeah, I do. I'm holding on to it. I'm gonna wrap it just kind of one time around my waist.
Okay.
And I'm going to take my long sword and kind of dig it down in the floor in front of me to have something to like anchor my feet to.
Oh, I see. That way, if he gets washed away, you have a okay.
Kind of as it's pulling.
Got you. That makes sense.
I'm making myself an anchor.
Okay. Sounds good.
Can I see Traka or said rope that he's holding on to?
You are. I mean, you can look around. Definitely, you would see Traka about 8 or 9 feet from you. He is closer to the edge that he walked off of than you are the edge of the other side. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
can
yeah,
I start
you
like
can see.
making my way up the rope since Bjork's holding it and I see that I'm steady? Can I like start pulling myself up and kind of move towards Traka at the same time? Like a
Yeah, I'd say that, especially with Bjork anchored, I'd say you're able to do that pretty easily. However, I will need a strength check just to make sure nothing goes wrong.
me.
Yep.
13.
That's plenty, especially being anchored. You're able to get to Traka, and Traka, you're both kind of just sitting there. You see Dragoon coming toward you, and Bjork, you probably seen him, or at least heard him, shove the sword down because it makes a nice loud sound.
And
Having been underwater for a second, not being able to see.
Oh, you're still underwater. That's right.
I'm gonna
So you do
assume
not see
that
Traka.
It's an alligator, and I'm gonna panic and try and swim away.
Make
alligator.
a perception check first with disadvantage. Being underwater.
That would be a 10.
Is he still
Actually,
holding the rope
That's not horrible. Yes, he is still holding the rope.
while he's swimming away?
You tied it to yourself, right?
Yeah.
No,
Traka.
I just kind of took my arms and spun around and looped it so
That's
that
right, that's
I
right.
could brace. But if I needed to let go, it would just come off of me.
Got you. Yeah, so Traka, with a 10, that's enough to see shadows. So your assumption could be correct. It could be an alligator.
I'm gonna try and swim away.
All right, roll a d4.
That's a 3.
Okay, now roll a strength check.
That's a 14.
Yeah, you start swimming away pretty easily. The current is quite strong, but you can almost feel like you're swimming with the current. It's weird. I'm assuming you're still underwater?
Yes.
Okay. Sharkbait and Nylar. Sharkbait comes over to you and kind of holds on to you as the rope. I mean, it's becoming quite taut, and you see it kind of drift towards the end of the river and into the void.
Say the rope is in the void now.
It's heading towards the void.
I'm gonna run and try to grab.
Wasn't someone was on at the end?
From what you remember, there was someone on the end. It was Traka.
Traka. I'm gonna try to run and grab it.
It's still tied, or you're still holding on to the rope. So are you going just running to the edge then?
I'm drifting. Am I drifting with it?
Backwards.
No. You're still near the alcove.
I want to start flying backwards to try to pull the rope back away from it.
Trying to. Okay, cool. Make a strength check.
Sorry, little one.
18 plus. Come on, phone.
So I need to grab onto shark bait, is what you're saying.
Sharkbait is flying, but I think he just grabbed the rope, or grabbed you and started flying with you. Because I know for a fact he can lift you.
Unnatural 20.
Yeah, I would say with that, Nylar, if you want, you can start reeling it in too, like pulling it.
Caught me a marlin.
Yeah, kind of like fishing. Roll a strength check.
Me?
Yep. No, Nylar.
Me. Oh, that's a nat 20.
Jeez. Yeah, without issue, you're able to just start fucking reeling this in. Traka, you would feel this. As you're swimming, you feel the rope tighten, and you feel the water kind of shift directions against your body.
I'm gonna keep swimming and just let go of the rope because I think that alligator's coming.
All right. As you do, you keep swimming. Nylar, Sharkbait, the rope breaks free. And you both start flying back, literally, in this case, towards the end of the hall. You would probably be able to assume that whatever was holding on is no longer holding on.
I'm gonna shrug. Well, I tried.
And then,
Bjork, can I? So, what happened with my rope? Did nobody catch it?
no, Dragoon definitely caught it, and he's holding on to it. He was heading towards where he last saw Dragoon. Oh, I'm sorry, last saw Traka.
Okay, so he's still on it.
Yes.
So I feel the weight of him. Would you think maybe if they locked together, I would notice the weight of two people?
You would definitely know the difference between what's on it now.
Okay, so
and what?
I would just assume that I'm holding on to one person here.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me. I've got this rope kind of around my waist, so I wouldn't really have to hold on to it. So let me, with my hands, I'm going to take out a small hammer and a piton and drive it in the ground so I can try and like rope this, my end of this rope off to the piton.
Yeah.
And then after that, I'm going to take my fishing net and throw it into the water because I saw Traka go in as well. And I'm thinking being in a heavy current, it might be able to kind of spread out as it travels downstream.
Yeah, I would make that. That's probably a good assumption.
Just kind of hoping that I might trap him in the net as well.
Okay. You wouldn't know where he is currently, so go ahead and throw the net in.
Yeah, I figured just like fishing, you don't exactly know where they are. You're just kind of throwing into the blind.
Roll an athletics for that, please.
Okay. That is a 14 with 6, unnatural 20.
Yeah, you throw it pretty far, actually. A net luckily has those little weights on the end, so it throws pretty well. And as it hits the water, you see it actually open up. Traka, you feel something brush against your arm, and it's all as you're taking like mid-stride, and it's... You don't think it's a teeth because it doesn't hurt at all, but something definitely has your arm.
Keep swimming away, because I think the alligators got me. I'm out of here.
Okay, you keep swimming. So this is... What's your Constitution modifier?
+2.
Okay. You have a couple more rounds before you start running out of air. Dragoon, I guess it's on you now. What do you want to do? You see Bjork throw a net in. But you still do not see Traka.
Can I stick my head under the water and try streaming Traka? Because sound travels.
Sound does not travel underwater.
Yeah, fuck.
I mean,
That's right, brother. Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
I mean, you could definitely try.
Can I throw a perception to see if I know how much of this rope I actually am hanging on to?
Did you go underwater?
No.
Okay, then yes. Roll perception.
All right. 17 plus 2, 19.
Yeah, you're able to see. I mean, it's the exact distance between you and Bjork, which is probably about 18 feet.
And I'm assuming this is a 50-foot rope.
You don't know.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was gonna say you wouldn't know what's up behind me.
I think I'm gonna be really dumb for doing this, but I'm gonna let go of it a little. You know how you would like
Oh.
slide down a rope?
Jesus fuck.
No, you are on the end of the rope.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, you grabbed
would
onto the
feel
bag
the
of
bag
rocks.
of rocks that I threw
Yeah.
to you that's tied to the end of it.
I guess I better get myself up and out of there.
It's usually what people that don't want to drown do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
that's
you-
what we'll do.
You are
Yeah.
closer to the other side than you are him.
I don't
So
know anybody in Illinois.
Which side?
you are closer to the side that you were intending to go than you were from the start. So you're closer to Nylar and them than you are Bjork.
That's where I want to go.
Okay. Roll a strength check.
13.
You lose your grasp and you start floating down. As you do, yep, you hit something underneath you. Traka, you feel something bump into you.
I panic and scream underwater because the alligator has me.
Roll initiative.
Well, I mean, maybe. Do you think you would try to fight it, Traka?
After I screamed, I might try to punch it, but
All right, roll to
Thanks.
hit. Unarmed strike.
Are you still underwater
Yeah, he is.
while you're screaming?
Yeah.
yep.
He'll need a con save next.
You might want to swim up, bud.
That is a 22 to hit.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that hits him. How much damage does he take?
4.
4
Or
points.
three.
Three points of
Sorry.
damage to you, Dragoon. Also, I do need a Constitution saving throw from you, Traka.
13.
That saves. So you're able to hold your breath for another round without any air in you. 'Cause you just screamed.
So where does he hit me?
Just
Right in the
blindly.
dick.
Yeah. Just imagine, probably center mass because it's the biggest part of the body.
So I'm assuming that I'm in pain now, floating down the river holding my junk.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, this is wonderful.
He's screaming underwater too.
Yeah.
I am.
And
I am.
Bjork,
As I'm floating towards the void.
Now, Dragoon, you are holding on to the rope, so you do not go into the void.
Which rope? I thought I was already at the end of
You
Traka's
are.
rope.
The of Bjork's. That's what I'm saying. So you can't be washed away. That was the point of it. So you guys are like right on the edge of going into this void.
and Bjork,
I would've-
Can I
Okay.
roll perception to look at the void?
Underwater, sure. With disadvantage.
That's a 12.
Looking around, it looks the same pretty much all the way around you. The way you are facing currently, I would say is probably a little darker, but I mean the cave's dark anyways, so.
I want to try and get my bearings and like push off of the ground to jump out of the water.
Okay, roll an athletics for me. Or actually,
I did-
acrobatics.
I just want to get the hell out.
Okay, we'll get to you in just a sec.
17.
Oh yeah, you're able to find your bearing. You know which way is up and which way is down. So you kind of swim down for just a second and then push off the floor. Roll a strength check. See how far. See if you can get all the way up.
8.
With the higher acrobatics, though, that's probably still enough to jump all the way up. You do just hit the surface. Dragoon, roll a perception check.
$12.
You see a shadow just almost fly by you underwater.
I was going to as well.
Can
That's
I
what was
like
trying
reach
to
out and
say.
like try and grab it?
He's jumping off pretty fast. I would say. I mean, you're still in the same vicinity, so if you did try to reach out, it would probably only grab his leg, not him completely.
That's fine. My idea is to like I want to grab it and just kind of like try and pull it out. You know what I mean? Since I'm holding onto the rope.
So you're just trying to pull. Are you trying to get toward him? Is that what you're trying to do?
No, I want to stop it in its track and pull it up.
Oh, that you won't be
me.
able to stop it in its tracks.
Oh,
Not underwater. You have a current against you, so that kind of stuff makes it pretty hard.
all right, I want to try and get out then.
Okay. Roll acrobatics. Traka, your head just skims the surface, and Bjork, you do see Traka's head pop up.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my water skin. I'm assuming there's some kind of like a cork on the end of it.
Yeah. Or a
Keep
cap
the water
of some
in.
kind.
I'm gonna dump it out, and I'm going to blow into it, trying to blow up the leather,
Okay.
and then kind of keep the cork close to my mouth so I can close it with some air inside of it.
Okay.
Let me take that, and with a little bit of hempen rope, I'm gonna kind of tie it off to my chest.
Okay.
And the rope that I have Dragoon tied off to on the pitton,
Yep.
I'm gonna start climbing down that rope in the water.
Okay, cool.
And I'm hoping to try and get to the end where he is and try and get another small length of hempen rope to Traka.
I would say that you probably pre-cut your rope. That way
Yeah.
you can have it ready. Roll a strength check to see how far you go. And then, Dragoon, what was your roll?
15.
Yeah, you're able to actually jump up pretty well too. And you kind of go up, and like in your face, Traka is a blue dragonborn popping out of the water. Being reptilian, what do you think?
I'm gonna tell him there's an alligator in here. We need to get out of the water.
How are you gonna set him up like that?
I know.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna get fucking dead.
Yeah, I did too.
I was
Fucking
waiting.
alligator.
Boom.
I was waiting for him to get punched.
Yeah, I was too. All right. So Traka and Dragoon, make a strength check as well, please.
And Bjork, that was 17 with 4 for 21.
Oh, yeah. You're able to walk through about halfway without any issues. About
Okay.
halfway, you do feel a very sudden drop in your in the flooring, and you have to swim the rest of the way.
Okay.
Dragoon and Traka, what were your rolls?
13.
That's
19.
enough. And 19 is enough as well. So both of you, already pretty close to the edge, are able to pull yourself up and out of the water. You guys see Malak kind of like just sitting there watching you guys and kind of giggling to himself. And he pulls out this box. And he's like, "Huh, why you guys making it so hard? All you got to do is ask if I could get you guys across. I don't have the spell, I don't think, but I definitely have this." And he unfolds the box, and he keeps unfolding and keeps unfolding and keeps unfolding, and
His fucking boat.
it unfolds into a boat, and he gets in and just paddles through.
His fucking boat. I remember
Where the
that
fuck you
now.
been, you
God
fucking
damn it.
turtle?
DM's got better notes than
You
me.
fucking asshole. You had a boat this entire time and you watched us struggle for this shit.
He does put Lieutenant Dan. No, that's the other campaign. Shit, what is his name on this one? Nate.
What is his name in this one?
Um,
Hang on.
Gilbert Freud.
Dr. Philbert Freud.
Yeah.
Yes. So you're able to actually put him in, or he helps him into it, and they just row across. Bjork, I need a strength check as you see them rowing across.
By the way, did he ever get his arm detached from my foot?
Oh, I'm sure he did.
Yeah, he cut it off. Cut the rope with his claws.
I was going to let him sink for that move. What check did you want?
Strength check, please.
Strength is 9 with 4 for 13.
You start drifting down towards the void.
All right. Well, I'm going to use my.
Oh, I'm sorry. That would be a strength save.
Strength save?
Yeah, I think that bumps you up a little bit.
Okay, then that's 9 with 6 for 15.
Yeah, that saves. So you are able to push through.
Okay.
Traka Dragoon, you see Malak just rowing across, and you see Bjork kind of slip, but then grab his footing as he's about halfway through, and he starts swimming towards you guys. What do you guys want to do? Nylar, Sharkbait, you see is the same.
I'm gonna hold my genitals and just kind of flip Malak off with his boat and just be like, I got punched in the dick while I was in the water. Ugh.
I mean, he says that, I'm going to be like, I swear I punched that alligator in the dick.
You punched a what in the dick?
That alligator that was under the water. I fucking told you he was in there.
No, fucker, that was me.
No, that was an alligator.
Me in the dick.
100% sure it was an alligator.
Would it be safe to say that Dr. Freud, instead of hopping in the boat, just flew across?
No, he just wanted to keep Malak company, so he just chilled with him.
Okay.
They're the responsible adults.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the fucking boat.
Yeah.
Who'd have thought a boat would come handy in the sewers?
He looks over at you and he just laughs and goes, it was kind of fun to watch, to be honest.
Fuck you, Malak. Fuck you.
Darn it, I should have rode the turtle.
Yorick, do I see this void?
Oh, yeah. It's about 20 feet wide.
Can I guess it would be perception.
Into the void?
Yeah, I'm trying to see just kind of what it looks like.
So you turn yourself around. You will be pushed about 10 feet towards it because you're kind of looking over towards it and you're kind of focusing on it. But you still got about 15 feet left, so it's not a huge deal. Roll a perception.
Okay. So let's see, 16 with 3 for 19.
You look in and you have dark vision, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you look in and you see a pretty steep slope, about 10 feet through, and then nothing. It just blends into the water.
So it's kind of like if you're on a river approaching a waterfall, I would assume. Or what I would take from it anyway.
Probably.
Can I... How close am I to the other side here?
You are about halfway.
And
or a little over halfway at this point.
Boat?
He is about... He is about 20 feet from you, and he's already disembarking.
Bjork, I'm going to look at the other guys, and I'm going to be like, hey, I'm going to try and get to that boat, and I'm kind of curious about this void. I feel like it's drawing me to it.
I feel like we should keep moving.
It, Bjork.
I feel like we should keep moving, bud. Let's get out of here.
I feel like I have to see what it is.
No, you don't.
Can I butt stroke the dude, knock him out, and just carry him on?
He's in the middle of the river.
Fuck. Somebody give me some rope.
Can I run up and grab the rope that he's holding on to and start pulling him in? Like, no, we're not doing this today.
Oh, the one that you were holding on to?
That he's now holding on to.
You can't reach it. He's in the middle of the river.
Yeah, mine's tied off to the far side.
Yeah, there is nothing connecting him to your side.
So wait, Dragoon and Traka both made it up.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
Can Shark
Okay,
Bait
so
fly and
I'm
grab
the
rope
only
without
one in the
killing himself?
river at this point.
Correct. And what'd you say, Sharkbait?
Can I fly and grab the rope real quick without killing myself?
Yeah, I'd say you'd be able to grab it pretty easily.
All right then. What I roll?
Um,
A 19 plus whatever.
yeah, dexterity with a 19, plenty. You're able to grab onto the rope. What are you doing with it exactly?
Pulling it to shore. Our side.
I would actually say you're flying. Your lift weight is not as much as he is. I would say that you wouldn't be able to pull him.
I don't have to pull him. I just have to get the rope to our side of the shore so we can all grab it.
He's like dragging.
I don't know if there. How much slack did you leave, Bjork?
On
the
rope?
rope? Yeah.
How far away was Dragoon? Because I threw it to him, he grabbed it, and then I just kind of pulled it tight and roped it off.
That was about 18. I would say like 20 feet total.
Okay, so there should be about 30 feet roped off on the end there, because I used hempen rope for my own.
Okay. I would say Sharkbait. He's about 10 feet from the side. Would you say there's about 10 feet of slack left that he could pull over to the shore while still tied to you?
Yeah, but depending on how fast this river's flowing, I don't know how fast I'm going to start drifting now.
Well, the more you talk about it, the further away you get.
And Brian, I think you were on mute if you were trying to talk. Yeah, I would say he's able to grab it pretty quickly and get over and probably hand it off. But Bjork, I would need a strength save from you real quick.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't muted. I just was talking to myself.
Gotcha.
You said strength save.
Yes, please.
It's a 17 with 6, 23.
A plenty. Yeah, you're able to hold yourself where you are without an issue. You can start swimming in whatever direction you would like.
Nylar, while he's trying to contemplate what he's doing, I want to lasso his ass and have everybody pull him over. With the
Yeah, I'm
silk
going to
rope
yell
that I
out
have.
one more time, a little louder than I did. I'm be like, guys, I come and check out this void.
Now the rope's on our side, right? With Sharkbait handing it off.
Yep.
I want to run up, grab it, and just start reeling him in. Like I said, not today, Bjork. We gotta go.
Bjork, not wanting to lose my rocks, my bag of rocks and my rope, I'd probably hang on to them.
Okay. So I would need a strength check from Dragoon. Whoever is pulling him in, strength check from each of you.
15 or 16 for Dragoon.
Okay.
It's 11 for Nylar.
Okay. Is anybody else pulling him in? Nope. All right.
But you're muted if you're talking.
So
Thank you. 13.
13. Okay. That's 2 successes, 1 failure. So Bjork, you do feel yourself getting pulled. If you want to swim the opposite direction, you'll need a contesting strength check. But there's 3 versus 1, so.
I feel like they're trying to take my rope and my rocks. And instead of fighting against it, because I know they're on land, so they're going to have, like, the footing, I'd probably just hang on to them and see what happens.
Okay.
Like, I'm not losing my bag of rocks.
Perfect. About this time, Malak is folding back his boat. And it's probably over there helping as well.
I want to check out this alcove or whatever's on the other side. I want to get to this orb. I know we're on a time limit to get to Vin Dizzle.
Okay. Yeah, you joined Nylar because I know Nylar was going that way as too during all this. And then Sharkbait was already over there, so I'd say he probably tags along as well. Roll perception for me.
What's up, Sharkbait?
What's up, dude?
My chair.
That is a dirty 20.
Just came in, shit myself.
Hey, tell Ginger to hold the fuck on. We're in the middle of TNT here.
I muted Malak.
Man,
Oh, there's two Malaks.
It's empty.
Well, that's weird.
It's empty now.
All right, I'm gonna mute Sharkbait too. Oh no, I lost. I'm so confused now. Oh, one of you, yeah, Anthony, you are muted, and I think it's through Zoom. I think I accidentally did it, and I renamed you as Malak.
I'm not Malak.
I know. There you go. You're back to Traka. Sorry.
Dirty 20 perception.
Oh yeah. You find so it's almost pristine white marble column in this little alcove. The alcove itself isn't very deep. It's like 5 feet deep. It's a half circle, and there's just a podium or almost like a marble column from Roman times with a super decorative details on it and the nice curves. And on top of it sits a bag, a little brown bag, tied off with just a nice little ribbon. Not like an ornate ribbon, just tied as a ribbon.
I'm going to pull out one of my Chryso barrels, those rocks we got at the start of this dungeon crawl here.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to like Indiana Jones and switch them at the same time and take the bag but leave the rock on that podium.
Roll a sleight of hand.
11.
Yeah, you think you do a really good job. You make the swap and it sits just perfectly there, and you have it in your hands, and you feel, as you're feeling it and kind of just holding it, you feel like multiple, almost like a bag of marbles would remind you of. It is still closed.
I'm going to toss it in the bag of holding, and I want to do one more thorough inspection of the room to see if I missed anything else that we might need. I am specifically looking for some kind of dragon relic.
Okay.
To see if this is where we need to be.
Roll an investigation. And then Bjork, while that's going on, are you just continually
6.
being dragged?
You said me?
Yep.
You kind of cut out for a second. Yeah. I mean, I'm just kind of going with it. I got to get to the end of this rope to get my stuff back.
Okay. I would say about this time with Dragoon, Nylar, and Sharkbait all kind of pulling you in, you're probably right on the edge.
Okay. And I don't remember the sword that I attached to on the other side. Did I say a long sword or short sword?
You said a short sword. Short sword.
It's still there.
Well, no, you grabbed it whenever you put it into the pitten. Because remember, yeah,
I don't
or at least I
remember
think you
saying
did.
that.
I just assumed you would.
Okay, yeah, I did too. I was trying to play by the rules here, but so I would say as I get back up, I'm gonna yell to the other guys and be like, guys, where's the poo bandit?
Traka, you are very clean now.
He's down the hall. We're trying to get you out so we can go. Let's go.
Oh well, fuck! I spent like 30 damn minutes trying to get you guys out.
Well,
Traka,
we got out.
roll a D100, please.
We got out and we pulled you back in so we can continue this. You said you wanted to get out of here.
84? Cool. You guys continue. I got to shuffle these up.
So
Fucking
let's
damn it.
let's head down the corridor and go meet up with Traka and Nylar and them.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of pocket all my stuff in my backpack here, and I'm gonna pull out a shield and a short sword and take off running down this hallway because I'm not sure what's going on or where they went.
They're still in the hallway.
Oh, I thought you said that Traka.
He's looking in an alcove. The alcove is only about 5 feet deep, so he can't get in it. Traka, what'd you roll for your investigation since you're all heading towards the same way area now?
6.
Yeah, looking around, all you see is this marble column. You see that you replaced the stone that you had replaced with a bag does have a nice contrast to it because anything against a solid white like this contrasts well. But other than that, you're not really able to see anything.
Okay.
Now, with that being said, you said 48, right?
84.
84, I'm sorry. Okay. You add a D10 after a saving throw. That would have been super helpful a little bit ago.
Yeah.
Um,
We always get them like 30 seconds after we need them.
Yeah. Well, tis life.
Bjork, hearing that everybody's ready to move on and we gotta find this, whatever they're trying to find, I'm just gonna dip out into the alcove.
Okay. Yeah, the alcove, you can't really fit in it. Like I said, it's only like 5 feet deep. And there's a column in the middle. You do see a stone on this column, though. You did not see Traka make the switch. So you do see a stone there. You see Traka kind of looking around. Yeah.
How big is the stone?
Probably like fist size. A little bigger than a fist.
Yeah,
It's
Bjork's gonna be like,
softball.
yeah, guys, hey, I got this, and I'm just gonna pull out my bag of rocks, which should be about the same size. It's
Yep.
about, palm size bag of rocks. And I'm gonna look back at the others, and I'm gonna start reaching for this little stone, and I'm gonna switch these out.
You don't need to. I already did that.
I'm gonna do it again anyway.
Perfect. Roll a sleight of hand.
Okay. I'm going to use my faith card to re-roll that one. I've got re-roll skill and attack,
Nice.
and that one worked. That's what'd you say you wanted sleight of hand?
Yep.
That's a 19 with 2 for 21. First
Yeah.
roll was a 2, so
You nail this handoff, and you do the switch, and it's like, and it's done. Like no breaking contact at all.
I'm gonna take this stone and I'm gonna toss it back to Traka and be like, "Here, Traka, I got your stone, bud."
Well, you can keep it to replace your lost bag of rocks.
I'm gonna pick up my bag of rocks to put this stone in.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna add it to my collection and put it back in my backpack.
Okay. You have another rock in your collection.
All
And
right.
you have plenty.
let's shoot
You have a
him
lot
back.
of room in your backpack now that Nylar's gone.
Yeah, I know it. I feel a big weight off my shoulders not having to carry him the whole time.
I'm gonna assume the only way out is through this river. I don't see an exit anywhere. I really don't
actually,
wanna go
yeah.
back
So
through.
so you kind of get across the river. You go about 30 feet more. You have your little alcove. About 10 more feet in front of you is a turn to the left. And go ahead, Nylar.
So does he think I'm gone?
I don't know. Bjork, do you think he's gone?
The Nylar that was in my backpack's gone.
I'm gonna nudge Nylar and be like, "We're both ghosts now. Just roll with it."
So I'm gonna say I'm just gonna play this off so fucking hard.
Sweet.
Can we start heading out that way?
Going to the left, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can definitely do that.
All right. Well, let's keep going then.
All right.
Wait a minute. Where the fuck is Arcadia? And I asked this as a broad form to like everyone in the group.
I don't know. He was just right here, wasn't he?
I think he was taken by the ghost.
And look over at Traka.
Yeah, I'm
Did you
gonna.
take him?
I would obviously notice Nylar standing here
It'd be
now.
like, poo.
I'm gonna start laughing as he does the poo thing.
I'm gonna grab Traka and I'm gonna start shaking him and be like, "What'd you do with him? You were the little kid voice, weren't you?
I'm gonna snicker and run away.
Nobody else has a voice that high pitched."
Yard the box goes.
Where is Nylar right now?
Oh shit.
I dislike you
Yeah.
at the moment.
So I've got 2 ghosts now and voices. Bjark's gonna panic and I'm gonna try and push him into the stream.
You guys are pretty far from the river.
Roll perception to see if I heard that weird, creepy voice.
Yeah. All of you roll perception.
You obviously heard it. You're from their realm. They're talking to you.
15.
Yeah, you definitely heard it.
Yep, fuck this, I'm out.
Nylar, you heard it, and it's coming from the direction you guys need to go.
Malak 10.
Okay. You heard it, but it almost sounded like it was surrounding you.
19
Bjark, go ahead.
plus 19 plus 2 for 21 for Dragoon.
Yeah, I would say you're right there with Nylar. You heard it coming from the direction you need to go.
Okay,
I'm gonna-
Bjark, that's a 4 and 3 for 7.
Bjork, it came from all around you. Like they were surrounding you.
Fuck. Well, guys, I don't know what to tell you because I rolled for it, and this is the 3rd time now that I've failed for a panic attack. So Bjork is fucking freaking out.
Did I see Traka start to run away like down the hallway where we heard the voices coming from?
Traka, what was your perception?
15.
You would have heard it coming from the direction you wanted to go to. If that changes what you were doing.
Whoa! Why do I
I'm
imagine
a
Traka?
What do you want?
I'm gonna look at Traka and be like, "Are you fucking serious? You're really doing this right now?" As I'm like sitting there shaking, almost having a panic attack because Dragoon don't do little kids just in random voices out of nowhere.
Look at him and I'm a ghost, they're ghosts. We can talk like ghosts and maybe we'll get along. Nylar's a ghost too. We can let me and Nylar negotiate this.
I'm just gonna look at him.
Grab Nylar and chuck him down the hallway.
And as they're talking, Bjork, the last time I heard this voice, it was back from where we came from. So I'm just fucking running down this hallway. I'm done. I'm out.
Okay.
Getting away from it.
Bjork, as you start running down this hallway, you turn the corner and it just looks like a sewer system. But as you step 1 foot in, everything changes. It is still a very narrow hall, but all around you start hearing laughter. Not just from children from before, but even more mature laughing.
Bjork's gonna look.
Kids just want their marbles to play with.
Bjork's gonna look down at my pants, thinking that maybe they're still ripped. Can I check?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out.
Dragoon's
what the
gonna
fuck
walk
we're
up
laughing
and grab
at.
onto like the back of Traka's shirt and just kind of hang on. because he's just visibly freaked out.
Would that be investigation?
Yeah.
It's a 6 flat.
I mean, they're your pants and your body,
Mm.
so you would know even with a 6.
Okay, all right. Because I was gonna sit down and start stitching them back up. Yeah. You're like, okay, well, my pants aren't ripped. I haven't windmilled to cause a distraction. You're like, fuck are you guys laughing at? Hello?
Ooh.
You know I can hear you. What's so funny?
And with that, you all see Bjork. Those actually, Traka. Did you enter that area yet, or were you standing on the outside, like right at the corner, and saying that?
I think I would have already been in there.
Okay.
Dragoon went in. I'm with Dragoon.
Okay, cool. So I actually missed that piece, so apologies. As you guys step foot, everything also shifts around you, and you start hearing this. And Bjork, Traka, Dragoon, anyone who took a step through, the corridor turns more into a hallway, and it's not crystal clear. It's kind of blurry, and you see like dressers, and you see people just walking about. You see almost like a. Actually, roll an Arcana check.
I was just about to ask if I could.
And
Or
as they
religion. Whichever
as
is
they
higher.
pass through the ruin, Bjork's going to turn around to Dragoon and Traka, and I'm going to be like, they're probably laughing at the wiener that Malak has drawn on his forehead.
You do not see them enter. And in fact, Dragoon and Traka, you guys kind of walk in together. You're the only one standing in their hallway.
I got a dirty 20 on that Arcana check.
Okay. Traka?
12.
Okay. And then Bjork, go ahead and do one too.
Arcana?
Arcana or religion, whichever's higher.
I'm actually trying to think in character. I honestly don't think that Bjork would even check, if that makes any sense.
Well, something would still go through your mind, like, what the fuck is this? That's what this is going to answer.
Well, both of them are +0, but
Perfect.
That's a 6.
Okay. You have no idea what the fuck's going on.
Yeah. Decipher which one.
Traka, what was yours again?
Arcana?
Yeah. Or
12.
religion, whichever's higher.
12.
You
12.
You've heard of people talking about things like this, where they get sucked into the ending moments of a lifetime. Usually they're only in ruined civilizations. It's never, or at least from what you've heard of, never been immaculate like this, and a more modern look. Usually it's ancient civilizations reliving whatever wiped them out in an instant. And then, Dragoon, you also know all this.
You said we can see people walking around, right?
You can see the shapes of people. There's no extinguishing details on anybody.
I want to start touching things to see if they're real or if this is like apparition.
Roll.
Like, I just want to put my hand on the dresser you said is by us, or
you
touch
got
the
there?
wall, see if I can make sense of where we're actually at.
Yeah, roll a perception check.
18.
Yeah. As you place your hand on the dresser, and again, no one else sees this, it does stop, but it's not like it's a solid. It's almost like it's resistance.
And you said
in a memory.
And you said I already know what this is.
You would also know, basically very similarly. In fact, you had a higher roll. You would know that these more modern era, more modern, almost loops is what people have called them. You obviously have heard the ancient civilizations having their loops with their instant death moments, but that no instant death has happened in the millennia that you know of.
Would I have
So
heard?
it's weird that there's something down here.
Would I have heard stories from my master about these?
No, you would not actually.
I want to pull out the sack of marbles.
Okay.
Can
wanna
I?
open it?
Uh,
See
you-
what's
I know-
in it.
You open up the bag, and inside, you actually get a whiff of sweetness. And you look down, and they're little round balls, very colorful. They don't look like marbles, though.
Do I see him do this?
No, you guys do not see each other at all. None of you see each other.
Oh, so
You're
All right,
alone
I
in the
wanna-
hallway.
Pull one of them out. I want to grab a green one.
Okay. There are plenty of greens. There are all kinds of colors. You pull it out of the bag, and you take a closer look. Roll an investigation.
can I start walking forward
You
to
can.
like see if it
Then
starts
8.
playing?
An 8. You're not really sure what it is, but it does feel kind of tacky, and it's very similar to what a piece of candy would look and feel like.
I want to lick it.
Oh,
Roll a D100.
fuck. I know it.
Always take the red one.
57.
57. The candy that you're licking, though, actually is kind of appropriate. It tastes of lemongrass. And as you lick it, where'd it go?
Oh, okay. I was like, don't say that.
57. As you lick this candy, your fingers start catching fire, but it doesn't hurt you. In fact, as you swing it around, the flame is almost like just millimeters off of your skin. It doesn't even feel warm. That one hand is just lit fire.
I want to lick it again.
Nothing happens.
I'm going to put that one back in the bag and grab another one.
As you put it back in the bag, it actually disintegrates. However, the next piece, what color are you grabbing?
Grab a purple one.
All right. Are you licking it?
Yep. I'll lick it before you stick it.
Yep. Roll a D100.
17.
This tastes of blueberry. And as you finish licking, you feel something weird on your chin and on your cheeks. And you look down and you start seeing a beard just continually growing. But it's not a beard that you've ever seen. It's made of feathers. And a slight breeze that's blowing in right now starts tickling your nose with these feathers and the beard coming in. And you sneeze, and the feathers just go everywhere. And you stop itching, and nothing else happens. And then the candy disappears.
I gotta sit and ponder on this for a second.
All right, we'll switch
Can I
over.
just like dump the marbles in front of me and stare at them?
Yeah, you definitely can. As you start pouring the pieces of candy out on the ground, as the last piece drops out of the bag and the candy all disappear.
Fuck.
That is literally the very last line of this item I made. If a bag is emptied, everything disappears.
Son of a bitch.
But with that,
Well, I guess I live here now, guys.
Dragoon, you continue walking forward.
Yeah, just to see if anything else happens.
The hallway is alive with people. They are moving about. You hear constant talking, but you're not quite sure. You do hear laughter. You hear children laughing as you see little tykes just running around, seemingly in this hallway. You don't see anything violent. As you keep walking through, you just see almost like it's a part of a party.
Can I go a little further and like where is there like a mist of people in front of me?
There's probably a person every 10 or 15 feet. Sometimes they are talking to someone else. Sometimes they're talking to the wall, like almost like there is supposed to be someone else there, but it's just cut, and you can't see what's behind the wall.
Can I go up a little further and kind of just sit down for a minute and try and listen in and see if I can pick up anything?
Sure.
For
Roll a
second.
perception.
Can I use my divine sense?
You can. Remind me what
I would
that
like
does
to do
again.
I get to see any fiend, undead, or creature within 60 meters. I believe it was. Might be upgraded now that I'm higher level. Let me check that out.
Nothing blips on your radar.
Nothing what?
Nothing blips on your radar.
It's still 60 feet.
Yeah. So nothing seems to trigger your divine sense.
Okay.
And each of you that are in the hallway do see the same thing. You see a party in this hallway. Nylar, what do you want to do?
You say we see a party?
Yeah, it's not crystal clear. It's foggy in places, not as in like fog as in like weather fog, but lines are blurred. You can't see features.
Like, are we just like in a distance seeing this, or are they around us?
They are around you. In this hallway, all there is you and these people. You don't see any of your other party members.
Are they walking through us, not even like phasing them?
They actually seem to be walking around you.
Or
at least maneuvering away from you.
I'm going to grab a man's butt.
Okay. You don't feel... Your hand goes to where his ass would be, but you can't really grab anything. It's more of a resistance. The guy doesn't seem to notice.
Can I attempt to speak with said spirit I tried to grab the booty of?
Sure.
Sir, what are we celebrating?
All you hear is just general talking, and it's so much talking or such blurred talking or slurred talking that you can't really catch any response that's completely legible.
So can I look around and see if there's anybody just like actually just staring at us?
Yeah, roll a perception. Or would this be investigation? I would say investigation.
Investigation. 17.
As you're walking through, you don't really notice anybody watching you, but you do see someone sitting in front on the floor, which is unusual for this because everyone else is up and walking around. But this one is sitting down, and it looks like they're sitting in front of someone who's talking and just looking up at them.
All right, well, I'm going to go and investigate.
Okay.
See if I can hear or if they piqued interest and can actually talk to them.
Traka, you are sitting in front of someone listening in, correct? No. Dragoon?
I was sitting in front of
Dragoon.
I was just sitting in general,
Yeah.
and I got a 15 on my perception too.
Yeah, you actually see, because this is all happening at the same time, you see someone or something walking towards you. It's the same blurred lines. You can't really tell features. This one is a normal sized humanoid of some type. But they seem to be looking down at you.
Rude.
I kind of just I look up at him and I kind of make the motion of like having a seat in front of me.
Nylar, you see this shape kind of pat beside him.
Oh, homie's in the spirit realm. Shit. I will sit beside him.
Okay. Bjork, what are you doing?
You said we're all kind of seeing a similar thing, so I would assume the checks that they use would be similar to what I'm perceiving.
Yep.
Knowing that we're supposed to be looking for things, can I feel like I would walk past all of this, thinking that whatever we need is important enough that it wouldn't be at a party.
Okay.
That's what you get for thinking.
So I'm just gonna kind of walk through everybody here, and I've been to a couple aristocratic parties, and they don't usually keep anything important out here in front of everyone. So I'm gonna move past to investigate beyond the party.
Perfect. With that, we're going to take a quick break. Probably give us 10 minutes, and we'll be back in a few minutes. And we are back from outer space every time. Yeah, so everybody, Nylar, you see Dragoon kind of, you see a figure kind of pat beside you, seemingly wanting you to sit with him.
And I sit.
Dragoon, the figure next to you sits.
I'm gonna pat him on the back.
You try to, but it's weird. You're not really hitting him. It's almost like it's centimeters from him, and you feel the resistance. And if you push through, it just slides through like putting your hand through smoke. And as you do that, Nylar, you look down, and you see a hand coming up, but you don't really feel anything. And all of a sudden, it just passes through you.
Bjork, I've got an idea. So you said, I don't remember when it was, but we picked up a few horns.
Yep, Minotaur horns. They currently have mushrooms in them.
Let me...
Eat one of the mushrooms?
I'm going to take my horn, and I'm going to pull the mushroom out of it. And
Okay.
I'm going to take my dagger and, lob off the small end.
Okay.
And with my lips, I'm going to make and see if I can't set off just a loud noise with this horn. I'm trying to call towards the other guys.
We can't break the horn. He said that when we picked it up.
Yeah, Minotaur horns are very
really?
thick. There's no way you could with a dagger.
And I'm assuming the other end's not hollow, it's pointed.
Yeah.
Fuck. Alright. Well, I guess I would leave.
You would
my
probably
mushroom
know that.
in it.
Yeah.
Can I... Knowing that, can I keep continuing? Is this like a hallway that we're in?
Yes.
Yeah. Can I keep continuing down this hallway and throw an investigation as I get past?
Sure. Yeah. Roll an investigation.
That's 14 flat.
Yeah. You continue walking through. With that, you would see, as this is all kind of happening around the same time, you would see the interaction between someone sitting and someone standing, and then them sitting next to the person sitting, which is quite odd for a party to sit at, as you've been to a couple, and you're not seeing really anyone else sitting, so it's kind of weird. All around you just hear murmuring from, like you would at a party that is overfilled with people. You can't really pick up anything in particular. It's just almost just background noise.
Let me Orcish. I'm gonna call out what's going on? And what was everybody laughing at?
No response. Or at least nothing that you can pick out.
I'm gonna take off running down this hallway.
Okay.
Can I no, never mind. Let's say I was gonna try. I didn't even think about using my other language, but it's probably not gonna work.
You and Dragoon would both see a very blurred individual running down the hallway.
Because I can speak Undercommon, but
Traka, I do want to backpedal a little bit because I didn't think about this when it happened. After you lick the first piece of candy, you would automatically know, since it's a magical item, what would happen if you would have emptied it. because at that point you actively used it. The only thing you wouldn't know is if it was cursed, but you would know exactly how it worked. So you emptying it, you would have known that if the last piece of candy exits the bag, everything is destroyed.
I would say you would know that if any piece of candy is used, it's gone. So if you drop it on the ground, it's going to disappear.
No. So basically, it's to be eaten. If you shatter it, it disappears. Actually, let me just read it to you really quick because Traco would know this.
Okay.
This bag of candy, if poured out, contains 25 pieces. If all candies are removed from the bag disappears. If at least one piece of candy remains, the bag creates 3d6 to a maximum of 25 pieces of candy at dawn. If eaten, a user must roll a d100. The effects of candy cannot be stacked. And then it gives a list of 100 different flavors. But also, every time you lick something, or lick one of the pieces of candy or eat the candy, the D100 rolls against something else too. I think you're on mute, Anthony.
So just the bag would be gone then?
No. So since you would have known that because you licked it, you used the item, you would have known emptying out the bag completely would have made the bag disappear.
I would say similar to the bag of holding, and that's
Yeah.
why you could have that knowledge. That would make sense to me.
So I don't know if you would actually pour it out if you knew it would destroy the bag.
Probably not. I've assumed that I would have been able to just pick them back up and put them in the back in the bag. That's why I dumped it out.
Yeah, so I would say let's backpedal a bit because I didn't actually think about you actively using it and then knowing automatically because you had just thrown it in the bag and then we forgot about it for a second. So that's on me. I apologize.
Okay, so I'll still have that bag then?
Yep. So right now there are 23 pieces of candy left.
Can I see this weird interaction between...
Yes. Well, you see, you're also walking through, and I would say that you're able to roll an investigation real quick.
$16.
As your hand is on fire and it's kind of waving about, you actually see the image around you and the shadows around you, or not really shadows, the blurred people kind of almost shift away, causing distortions in the image from the flame. But weirdly, as you get close to these two sitting people, their blurriness becomes more clear, and one of the people sitting definitely like shifts because everybody in here looked humanoid. But you start seeing an elongated snout for a dragonborn. It's still not super clear, but it definitely shifts your perception on the two individuals sitting down. Also, the other person sitting starts to shrink as you get closer when you wave your hand over towards them.
I want to hooty hoo. Hooty hoo.
Okay.
Hooty hoo.
No response. But you and Dragoon and Nylar, you would see, because I imagine when you hooty hoo, you actually put your hand out, right? Like almost shouting to
Walter
echo.
would be with me, wouldn't he?
Yes, Walter would be with you. You can see Walter.
So would this affect Walter the same way?
Doesn't seem to.
I want to
just chilling.
ask Walter, where's the crew?
He kind of looks at you, kind of like this, and he looks down, and he looks at you, and he looks down, and he looks at you.
I
Very
gave him a peanut.
confused. And he eats the peanut.
So would they be able to see Walter too?
So far, they've not seen him.
I'm
Can
gonna
I throw
kick
another
the
perception?
dragon that's sitting down.
You're gonna what? I missed
I'm
that.
gonna kick it.
Uh,
The dragon that's sitting down. That thing that's growing the snout and stuff.
As you do, your foot connects, but it doesn't fully connect. And as you are kicking midstream, so you're gonna follow through. After that initial resistance, it just flows through like you're kicking smoke.
Would I see the leg afterwards?
Yes, you would actually see the leg coming towards you. Um,
Can I
roll
pat the floor
roll
next
a
to me?
perception check real quick, since he is actively doing this.
What did I get? 13.
With a 13, you see the shape, and you see the foot, I guess, coming at you, just going straight through you. But you don't really see anything else.
I'm gonna look over at the one next to me that I patted down to, have sit with me, and I'm just gonna put my arm like up and then forward, and then stand up and start walking forward a bit.
Okay.
Nice.
Nylar, if you're trying to talk, you're on mute. Nope, he's talking to someone else.
And I sat Walter down in front of this being
Yeah.
that I just tried to kick.
Yeah. You see this person in front of you, Dragoon and Nylar, kind of just he's obviously grabbing something, but whatever's in his hands, you just can't see, and and just almost places it on the ground and stands back up.
I'm gonna look down.
Fuckery afoot, boys.
I'm gonna look in front of me and then look up. Because he's standing in front of me now, I'm assuming.
Yes.
So I'm just kind of look at the one next to me. And I want to put my hand out in front of me and see if I can see if it's different if I try and touch Walter. Because I didn't see anything actually be put down in front of me.
So you're just kind of waving your hand through the air where you something was
kind of just reaching, reaching forward to the unknown because
Okay.
you don't know what it is.
Roll a perception check.
We'll use the other dice. 13 again.
Traki, you see this shape kind of just passing his hand through Walter. And Walter's just kind of very confused as it's happening. It doesn't seem to affect him at all. He's not screeching. He's not really making any noise except for his normal chattering. Dragoon, as you do this, nothing seems to happen.
I'm gonna look up at the one in front of me and just kind of put my hands up like I'm confused.
And then, Malak, what are you doing during this?
I was actually just getting ready to ask if I could go ahead and cast Detect Magic.
Yes, you can. Remind me what exactly it does.
So it says for the duration, you sense a presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any. It can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
Okay. Those were very important details. So thank you. You see who has a magic weapon or armor right now?
Do my bracelets count?
Your bracelets do count.
Then I do.
Malak, you start walking through as you cast this. How long does it last?
Concentration up to 10 minutes.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. So you're walking down this hallway, and at first nothing really lights up, but you continue through, and you see enchanted pieces of something. And they're on your radar. You still can't see it per se, but you get closer and you take a look, and it's coming from one of the shapes surrounding you. And it's coming
bag
right
of
here.
holding.
Oh, and then the bag of holding would also be lit up on another person on his side, I'm guessing.
Nylar's cloak.
Nylar's cloak would be flashing, but what's weird about Nylar's cloak, you see this cloak, it's still super blurry, lighting up in your vision, but where a cloak would sit on a human is not what's lighting up. It's actually about at his knee level where it's actually lighting up.
And he would see my amulet kind of flopping down the hallway.
So you would see this. Well, no, because you're running, so he couldn't see your amulet in front of you.
Yeah, it would be in front of me.
Yeah.
He's behind me.
But you did see everything everyone else did see. You seen a shape just fucking book it. You seen two shapes sit, a shape approach them. All around you, these shapeless people are still just talking and talking and talking. You can almost not even hear yourself think much.
Okay, so, well, I guess the first one I would have noticed would have been the two bracelets, right?
You would have noticed them all at the same time.
Okay, so I want to first move. I want to move to whatever is closest to me that lit up first.
Oh, so Dragoon and Truck are both right next to each other. So honestly, they both would have lit up with their bag of holding and his bracers at the exact same time. So they're kind of
Nylar.
Yeah, and Nylar's right beside him too. So they're like right there together.
So I want to move in. Well, I guess then right up next to them. And I would like to kind of try to reach out to see if, like, I can touch whatever's lighting up. Because I mean, obviously, I wouldn't know that's them, right?
Right. Yeah, you would not know that. As you go to touch it, whoever he's closest to, he reaches out towards your magic item, or the shapeless person does. Malak, as you get close to the shape, you feel that similar resistance as everyone else, and then your hand just passes through.
Man, it's almost like we need somebody who can cast Dispel Magic.
Surprisingly enough, no part of the actual hallway is pinging your radar at all. It doesn't seem to be magical.
Can I stand up since there's 4 of us around now?
I thought you were already standing.
Oh yeah, I am, aren't I? Okay. I'm gonna look at like everyone, and I'm gonna kind of use my hand as they can see it point to them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it shows it moving, and then I'm just gonna put my hand straight down the hallway and just kind of like, let's go that way.
Okay. We haven't heard from Sharkbait in a while either. Sharkbait, what are you doing during this?
I'm kind of just watching.
Watching what?
Everything. I don't know, man. Y'all are just y'all just fuck around a lot. I'm just kind of enjoying the view.
All you see are shapeless people walking about, and their voices filling your head.
Because everyone's having that firm, weird thing, and I don't feel like assaulting them like Nylar there.
You didn't know that.
I'm just like, you said you grabbed the booty.
Yeah, but you don't know
I'm
that.
kind of just watching the party, trying to like get
You
a
don't
grasp
see-
of what's going on.
No. You don't see the party. You're alone in this hallway with all these shapeless people.
I thought the shapeless people were the party.
You don't know that though.
Oh. Can I roll investigation?
Yeah, you didn't walk in.
Yeah, as you walk in, you know this corridor turns into a hallway, and none of your party are around.
Oh, okay. Can I still roll
Hi,
investigation?
welcome to the conversation.
Yeah,
bud.
welcome, Sharkbait.
Yeah, but I didn't know. We didn't know.
Roll an investigation.
Can I write what the fuck on the ground in chalk and lay the piece of chalk next to it?
Yeah, you
12.
can. Yeah, Sharkbait with a 12, you're walking through, and you see some people sitting down, which is odd because no one else is, and then you see an interaction between 3 of them together, seemingly like just some hand signals going on. You don't hear anything, just a cacophony of different voices, like you were at a party. But you don't hear any of the conversations that are actually around you. It's like it slips your mind.
Are we in like a void of nothing? Like, how do I explain this? A void of lost souls, where they're just wandering around doing nothing.
Purgatory.
Purgatory. That's a good way to put it.
You can. I mean, that's up to you to decide. You can roll a religion check if you'd like. Being a paladin,
I think I am a paladin, so religion's strong in my nature, right?
should be.
No, it's not. That's a 0. What? I'll still roll it. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Another 12.
You've heard of stuff like this. Similarly to Traka, you know in ancient times, civilizations that were wiped out just within an instant got stuck in this death loop or this memory loop. But you've never heard of anything this fancy, like this modern.
Well, knowing that, I don't want to stop it. I don't want to be one of the lost souls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so what do you do?
I want to keep going.
All right, so you just walk to the end of the hallway.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right.
So do I see Traka with the chalk and see what the fuck?
Yeah, so Traka, do you write just like WTF, or you actually write out what the fuck?
I want to write what the fuck is going on and then sign it Traka.
Okay.
And I'm
Nylar,
gonna lay the piece of chalk like right next to it, so if something else wants to, it can write
okay.
back.
Nylar and Dragoon, you see this guy crouched down and seemingly making marks on the floor. Both of you roll perception.
19.
With the 13, you don't really see anything. I mean, you definitely see him writing, or at least attempting to write, but you don't see anything written on the floor. Dragoon, you don't see anything written on the floor either, but keeping an eye on his movements, you can kind of pick up most of what he wrote, and then he kind of places whatever he had on the floor exactly, like you could probably pinpoint it, but nothing is there.
Can I go right to where that's at and like try and see if anything's there?
Yeah, sure.
Since I can kind of tell what it says.
Roll. Oh, what would this be? Roll a history check to make sure you can find the exact spot.
While he rolls that, I would like to use my combat wild shape and turn into a cat.
Okay, no problem. You shift into a cat.
That's a dirty 20.
Yeah, you're able to find this spot, and Traka, you see this guy going for your chalk. And as he closes his fingers, it just goes straight through. And Dragoon, you're just pinching at the floor. Go ahead, Nylar.
Case.
So we saw that one shadow run, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna stand up and just chase the shadow.
Okay, easy enough. So you just head towards the vault. You also see another one just walking gingerly through. So Sharkbait, Nylar, Bjork, you're all going towards the end. Dragoon, you see this person next to you stand up and just walk away.
He runs away.
Oh yeah, runs away. He does run away. I'm sorry. And then Malak, as you shift into your cat form, things look like a sewer. And you see Dragoon and Traka just standing there, not really talking. You see Nylar chasing Bjork, and you see Sharkbait just walking along.
I'd like to brush up their legs.
Cats can see ghosts.
Like that cute little thing cats do where they're,
Yep,
rubbing their head up, seeing if I
And
can
then
get
they're
their
like,
attention.
"Look at my ball."
Exactly. So as you show them love, you brush up against them. No problem at all. But
Show 'em love in your ball.
Traka and Dragoon, nothing feels different.
I'm gonna eat a piece of candy.
Did you say he rubbed up on shark bait too?
Did
Or
you
just those ones?
I think it's just those two because they were standing there. Because you're continually walking.
Can Walter see the cat?
Walter would see the cat, yes.
I feel like Walter would tell me. There
You would
was all of
probably
a
see
sudden a
Walter like just chittering towards like emptiness. Can you? You can't communicate with him. Or wait, can you telepathically communicate with him now? Because he's your familiar or whatever.
Does it let me do that?
I don't know.
I don't know how a familiar works, really.
I'm not 100% positive either. So go ahead and look that up if you could. We'll shift over to Malak, who is rubbing up against you guys. Malak, they're both standing there, and you're rubbing up against them, and they don't seem to notice you at all. And the cat you chose isn't a dinky cat. It's a very fluffy cat, just like you're a pretty fluffy turtle, right? And you got, but then Walter kind of stops and just like, not really, like he's just chattering to you.
So since I'm in cat form and I can't cast spells, I'm assuming.
Correct.
I mean, it'd be pretty freaking weird to see a cat just start chittering back at Walter.
Yeah.
And I imagine I've been doing this for maybe a minute or so, trying to get their attention. And so far, nothing's worked. I want to try scratching one of them to see if that'll get their attention.
Okay.
I knew that was coming.
All right. Roll.
So there's actually an action for this. It's a melee weapon attack with +0 to hit.
Okay. Let's go for it.
It's got one hell of a reach though. For being a cat, I got a 5-foot reach.
Yeah, that's just default. All right. Roll to hit.
That would be a 15.
Who are you hitting?
I'm gonna go for Dragoon.
Does a 15 hit, Dragoon?
Goes to the roller.
Yep. Dragoon, you feel something scratch your leg, and you look down, and there's nothing there. But something definitely just scratched your leg. How many HP, or how much damage is that?
Just one.
1 damage. It's like
At that point, I feel like I'd kind of freak out and kick. Honestly,
yeah.
because I'm in this world, I have no idea. I can't see what's near me, so I think I would just try and punt like right next to me.
Cool.
What do we need to roll for that?
Nylar, please roll a D100. I just saw yours, Anthony. Sorry.
I don't think I can like telepathically communicate, but it says he obeys my commands. Like if I tell him where to move, where to go,
Gotcha.
I can make him attack, dash, disengage, or help.
Okay.
So I want to command him to help me figure out what's going on. I feel like if I told him that, he would see the cat, and he would probably know that it was Malak and try and find a way to communicate with him.
Roll a D20.
Anthony, you got to try teaching Walter how to read and write.
That's a
13.
51.
Let me shuffle these up, Nylar, and I'll tell you what you got.
I think he would know, especially because Malak is part of his pack, and he has pack tactics.
My only issue is he didn't see him shift.
Tactics?
And
Would my smell be the same though?
That's kind of what I was thinking.
oh, that's true.
Like I feel like I would have the smell of the rest of the party on me because we've been all traveling. for
Yeah,
so
that's
long.
true. Yeah, okay. Yep, I'll allow that. Yeah, definitely. I would say he's able to... He's probably just kind of looking up at you and, like, pointing towards nothingness in your eyes. I don't know that he'd be able to really portray what he's pointing at, but because we haven't really done any signs or anything for him. You know what I mean? Like, you know something is there. He sees something in front of him. You just don't know what.
Yeah, I just think I'm gonna eat a piece of candy.
Okay.
Dragoon, what did you roll to hit?
13.
I think a 13
fucking
hits
hit.
your cat form. Nyla,
Yeah, he hits me. I have a 12.
yeah. So I think you only have, like, what, 1 HP?
2.
2? What's your unarmed strike, Dragoon? How many
4.
points? Yeah, you pop out of form. Nylar, you get a D10 after making a skill or an attack roll, so you can add a D10 to whatever your next rolls are.
Cool, because I also have a +4 to a D10.
Oh, then you can only have
for attack
one.
and saving rolls.
Whatever card you had last is now gone. You can only have one good and
Reroll.
one bad.
One card.
You can have one good card, one bad card.
Oh, yeah. I already had a bad card, too, and you took that one. You used that one already.
Yeah. So you have 2 good cards right now, right? So you can just choose which one you want to keep. Yeah, I figured. All right.
I rolled a 90.
Out of curiosity, Brandon, since I got kicked and I'm out of my cat form now, do I still see everything as the sewer?
No.
Or do I...
You go back into the hallway.
So, thinking back to when I was a cat and remembering that I'm still just in the sewer, I'm going to start moving towards the end of the sewer where I seen everybody else going.
Okay. Cool.
And Bjork, as I'm running here, I'm gonna throw this deer pelt on my back and kind of lean forward and take my antler set and hold it up to my head,
Okay.
so that anything I come up to, maybe I'll just look like a deer.
Perfect. Truck, you said you rolled a 90?
Yes.
It tastes like root beer. And as you start chomping down into it, you feel weird. Like something's off. You feel a little weaker, but you feel smarter. Essentially, your strength and your intelligence are swapped for an hour.
God, Bjork needs these fucking candies.
That's really not that helpful, actually.
No, not really.
Dibs on the root beer.
Yeah. So Traka, you actually see Walter like jump back and he looks up at you and he's like nothing there now. As Malak disappears back into his regular form. You did, however, see Dragoon kick at this empty space. And then a person pops up in front of you.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just wasting a lot of time standing here doing nothing. So I'm just gonna start walking down this corridor. I don't really have any ideas on what we can do to make this work. So.
All right. I think that means everyone is heading towards the end of the hallway, yeah?
Yep.
As you get to the end, you do see in front of you a wooden door. And Bjork, you would have been there first, followed by Nylar, then Sharkbait, and then the rest.
Kicking that bitch in.
Yep, Bjork, you see this door in front of you. It is probably the most clear thing in here.
Not being able to now break, because I've seen Malak wild shape, and I feel like I just wild shaped into a deer, and I've got to get the fuck out of this sewer because deer belong in the forest. So I'm just gonna ram this fucking door.
All right, roll a strength check.
Okay. Oh yeah. That is 18 with 4 for 22.
Ooh. Oh, that sucks. As you run,
Yeah, it does.
Deer antlers
I now have
out.
Permanent antlers.
You run through, and you just pass through the door. And as you go through the door, you see sewer in front of you and a wall, and you just run face first into this wall. You're going to take 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, and I would say these antlers have kind of pierced my skull at this point. So
probably glanced they're not stuck. They glanced off because your fucking skull's thick. You're a half orc, but so it just and it did cut both sides.
About the only thing thick on my body.
You were made of the earth, my friend.
Yeah.
So Bjork, you're starting to you have to kind of nod your head away like, well, ow, fuck.
Yeah,
and you turn around and you see everybody else
coming.
coming.
This is actually part of what we did as kids growing up, is just, headbutting the shit out of each other. So I'm kind of used to blows to the head. But looking up, what do I see? You said just a wall?
Yeah, you ran face first into the wall. So if you follow through with the
kind of like a dead end then?
No, so it actually is a T. You have a direction left and right. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. So you guys can see the map. So you guys are now... Oops. right here.
Okay. And just so I know, this is completely out of character, but as far as us sharing Zoom, so
Oh, I don't
if
know what Twitch is showing right now.
well, right now I'm showing your screen. So if I were to draw something saying, like, hey, I want to go here, would that show up on stream or just on your screen?
It would show up on stream because I am streaming my Zoom.
Yeah. Well, that was kind of my thought. As we talk to you, we can kind of point out different parts of the map that we're speaking of.
Yeah, I would say it'll probably show up, just so don't draw any penises.
Yeah. No, don't do that. So we just looked at the map when we took the last. Oh, when was it? When we took that right turn, kind of that 90-degree right turn, I believe.
So on the stream, it doesn't show what I'm sharing. So there we go.
So I can draw on this right now. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, I can see it, and it is not on the stream.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, that kind of works though, because then we can show you things.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't have to be meta on the stream. Can I throw a history to see if I remember the path that was drawn on our map?
Yeah. Who does have the map? I think it's Traka, correct?
Traka. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll history.
Okay. Whoa. That's usually awful. That's a 16 flat.
Yeah, you would remember to go north.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to immediately, as I kind of shake and dust myself off here, I'm going to hold my antlers back up, and I'm going to turn back to the right here and head up north.
Okay. About the time that you actually shake it off, because it's going to take you a bit,
Right.
Nylar definitely comes walking up. Nylar, you see in front of you a door. What do you want to do? It is crystal clear.
Fucking kick it open.
All right. As you do, your foot just slides straight through. Make a dexterity saving throw.
That's a 13.
Yeah, you're able to hold your own. Your foot goes through, and you kind of almost trip a little, but you don't have very far to go to hit the ground anyways. So you're able to kind of keep yourself up, and you see Bjork there, like kind of just shaking it off at the moment.
Well, I was envisioning me like running and kicking it, but falling through.
Would he know that it's me, or would he think it's a deer?
It looks like you, just holding antlers.
And a deer pelt.
So what do you want to do, Nylar? Oh. Did we lose him? Nylar?
He is blank. There he is.
There he is.
My connection. I was about to say my connection went crap.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so you see Bjork in front of you, kind of shaking it off. He has a deer pelt on his back and holding up antlers next to his head. Roll a perception.
Don't roll your eyes.
I rolled a 7.
That might be a deer.
I'm just gonna look at the deer, scream, ah, and run through the door.
You're already through the door.
Oh,
Yeah,
You came out the
Fine.
door.
I want to kick the deer square in the balls.
A
Don't you
fucking
mean
buck?
punch?
I'm like 4 times your size.
I don't give a
you,
fuck.
you won't. You got the.
You're what?
Yeah.
Stop this, Daddy.
Roll to hit.
Oh, I dropped it. That's a nat 20.
Oh.
Yeah. On that note, the
Your balls are hurting, bud.
How much
Yeah,
damage is that, Nylar?
Huh?
How much damage is that?
Oh, it's an unarmed strike. Shouldn't be much. That's
now, can I brace myself
So
as
that's-
he's moving
that's a-
towards?
it's a nat 20 plus 6, but it's 5 damage.
So 5
5
plus
bludgeoning damage.
5 plus 5 is 10. Plus, you don't have a plus. No, yeah. So 10 points of ball breaking damage there, Bjork. You can brace because it is a reaction.
Also, I think I
Fucking
read this
crap.
wrong last week. So a brace as a reaction actually attacks before they attack. It's a reaction involving them moving into the reach of you.
So you're coming into even harder into my foot.
I would say in this specific case, you wouldn't know that he came in
That's true.
because
I
it's
just
kind of
smoked
blocked
my head
off.
on the wall.
Yeah, and what he popped out of, you couldn't really see past. It was just darkness.
Okay.
So he's like, "Boom, I'm there!" Like almost like teleporting.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
What do you need?
I'm gonna save my brace then because I would say that I wouldn't even know that he was coming up.
Yeah.
And what did you say hit?
He got a nat 20, so you have 10 points of ball breaking damage.
Yeah, not nice.
Yeah,
It
not
was
nice.
nice.
And I hear him scream in a high pitched voice.
Oh, I'm sure. About this time, Sharkbait, you're coming up to a door, and it's crystal clear. It's pretty much the only clear thing in this hallway. What do you want to do?
I was kind of chill with just kind of getting through the hole, not wanting to be in the purgatory. And you say it's clear, so I kind of feel like it's the light at the end of the tunnel type thing.
Not clear
I'm
as
gonna-
in like
Without
transparent.
hes-
It's clear
What?
as in like you can see it. You can see every detail on it.
You can watch me kick Bjork square in the balls.
No, it's
No, I
it's
can't see
opaque.
that yet.
He can't see that yet.
So
Oh,
I
they
just want to
should be
walk through without
transparent like
Yeah,
hesitation.
it's not transparent. Do what? Sharkbait?
I just want to walk through without hesitation.
Okay, are you reaching for the doorknob or anything?
Well, I hope so.
Okay. As you reach for the doorknob, your hand just passes through and so does your body. And you come upon Bjork probably laying on his side holding his nuts.
Yeah.
And Nylar just standing there grinning. Like that shit-eating grin.
As I'm down to my knees, I picture I'm kind of the same height as he is now. I'd like to take him and cram him back into my backpack.
Roll contesting strength checks, I guess.
Yeah, this is against will.
I feel like Bjork
Going
would
back
be
in
at a
the fucking
disadvantage though from being, ball busted
That
there.
yeah, I would
I'm
actually
sorry,
say that's
Bjork,
true too.
but there's no way you're standing up and like shoving him in a backpack after that.
Oh, I wasn't standing up.
No, he was on
Well,
his
you
knees.
know what
but
I mean.
I would say still, with a nat 20, you're fucking hurting.
Yeah,
So I would say
That's,
it is disadvantage.
it's an 8 with 4 for 12.
And what's yours, Nylar?
You really want to know? Can you tell by this?
I think he natted that shit. Either a nat 20 or a nat 1. Let's see. Yeah. Bjork, he's just fucking almost like cement. Just poop planted.
Yeah, I'm like trying to grab him. My hands just keep like slipping off. Like,
Yeah.
God, you slimy little fuck.
About this time, Traka, you would be
Slippery
coming
bastard.
out. And then Dragoon and Malak would be following you. And you see You see Bjork, tears running down his face, one arm grabbing his nuts and the other trying to pick up Nylar.
Yeah, not being able to get a hold of them. I don't want to punch them because they're so small, but I'm just going to give them a little finger flick on the nutsack.
Roll to hit.
Oh yeah, it's a 13 with 6 for a 19.
That hits.
God.
That's 5 points of damage.
Jesus. For an unarmed strike?
I got some muscular fucking fingers.
Oh,
Man.
Nylar, that fucking hurt.
You hear my finger break supersonic speed.
That's funny.
Right in the cuts.
Traka, Dragoon, and Malak, you join the party just as Nylar gets flicked in the nuts by Bjork.
Yeah, we're throwing Rochambeau over here.
Can I tackle Bjork?
You can
Malak.
try.
Here, right?
You
Malak,
can try.
I'm just
You guys are
fucking
right.
dying laughing as
You
I
guys
see
are
this little-
right next to each other, so it's not like you can do a full tackle. You know what I mean? You could try to push him, but I don't think
How
you'd be able
much
to
do
full
you
tackle.
weigh?
It's gonna look
'Cause
like
you
I'm
might end
hugging
up
him.
giving me a hug.
Yeah, he's pretty much going to give you a hug real quick.
It's basically what it is.
All right, yeah. As he comes running up to tackle me, I'm going to see his arms out and him, full force running. I'm just going to put my arms out wide to catch him. I'm sorry too, bud.
Roll a strength check, Nylar.
Can I look at Traka and be
19.
like,
Yeah, you go in for a real hard hug.
Now, could you call this a brace?
Yes.
This is an embrace.
Oh, embrace, like it.
All right. So I had my sword and my shield out, and I would say I just kind of give him a butt with my shield as
Okay.
it gets close.
Just bounce him off of it.
Yeah. So let's see here. Okay, so it says I can take. It says an attack with a melee weapon. Would you consider a shield a melee weapon if you're attacking with it?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Does it say that he has to be trying to attack you, or just when you're
It
in range?
says that he's moving into reach.
Okay. I was making sure it didn't say anything about attacking.
And I don't know. I don't think a shield has anything about
No.
attacking.
It's
on
basically
beyond.
it's basically an unarmed strike.
Okay.
There's a
Roll with
feat that you can where you can actually shield fight.
Yeah, I saw it last time I leveled up. That's a 14 with 6 for an unnatural 20.
Yeah, that sure hits Nylar. That's another 5 points of damage then. But Nylar, you do still get a. you still get his.
Unfortunately, since it's a maneuver, I have to add my superiority die to it.
Okay.
Nylar, I'm sorry. It's a 7 and 5.
13 points of damage.
12.
12
12.
points of
Yep.
damage.
I can't count.
Maths.
Yep. Everyone does see this happen, but Nylar, you do still get your attack in. So you bounce off of his shield, taking quite a bit of damage. As long as you're still standing, you kind of roll off the shield, and with an 18, I would say you're able to kind of knock him off center a bit. It definitely doesn't put him to the ground, though.
I'm just gonna step over him and walk down the hallway.
All right.
pretty much?
Which
I'm
direction are
following
you going?
Traka at this time.
I'm ready to be out of the sewers and on their way.
Perfect. Which
Pretty
direction
much.
are you going?
There's only one way to go, isn't there?
Nope, you're at a T. You can go left or right.
Right.
If we're looking at the wall, I say we go left. Where's the map?
Yep, going left.
Traka, you do have the map and it is marked, so you would know where you're
see
at.
it anywhere, so I don't.
Oh,
know what's happening.
the line's showing to the right.
Okay, then I'm following the path that we have marked and where we need to go.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. Yeah, so you guys continue on. This is a very short hallway before you hit another cross, or another turn, which turns right. It just seems like a regular sewer system. There's nothing. I mean, there's some dripping water, but the stones are pretty well fit together. Seems pretty clean.
I want to pull 2 candies out of my bag and give one to Dragoon.
Okay.
And eat another one myself.
Okay. Dragoon, roll a D100 as well.
I got 72 for mine.
Okay, give me just a sec. 72, your candy tastes like peach.
75.
All right, hold on. I got to do his first.
Okay.
I need everyone to make strength saving throws except for Traka.
Is there like a DC or anything for diabetes?
That's true too. Keep that in mind.
Dragoon nat 20 on that one.
You are pulled
Shark
20.
Bait got a 16.
Okay. Dragoon, you are pulled 20 feet closer to Traka. Since you were beside him, you basically just bump into him, but you don't hit him hard. You're able to control your movement. But that was weird.
Touchy.
Sharkbait, what was yours?
16.
16.
All right. Yeah, you get pulled 20 feet too, which does get him right next to you. But yeah, you're able to control yourself too. You don't slam into him at all. Nylar?
17.
Same thing. You get pulled 20 feet closer, which does not quite hit him. You and Bjork were a ways back because he started walking. Bjork?
Tell me it's a nat 1.
The 2 + 6 for 8.
You get ripped from your seat towards Traka violently.
Does it rip my seat?
We'll find out in a second. You start rolling on the ground towards Traka after you land. You don't take any damage, but what the fuck was that?
Like, all of a sudden, like, why the fuck are all you guys so close to me?
Which?
Can you back the fuck up a bit? Like,
Yeah.
personal
Bjork, I'm
space.
done,
Damn,
dude.
Jackson.
And
Bjork's
then,
like, Traka, card now.
Dragoon, what was your roll?
75.
Yours tastes like pecan. And everyone else...
It blows us back.
Make it contesting.
Everyone within 5 feet of you. So that would be
Oh, no.
Nylar. No,
Everyone now.
Bjork didn't quite get there, and Nylar was 10 feet. So those two are the only ones that are not blinded. Dragoon, you are not blinded. But Bjork and Nylar, you see Dragoon light up super bright, and you see everybody cover their eyes because of how bright it is for the next minute.
You said I'm not
He's
blinded.
a god.
You are not blinded. You're 10 feet away.
Bjork, I'm gonna
Randy Orton pose.
pull. Let's see here. So I took woodworking. Would you say that I've saved any kind of like wood scraps? Or no, that was leatherworking. Never
Yeah,
mind.
you did leatherworking.
Shit. I'm gonna pull out 2 daggers.
Sharkbait has wood, and he does wood carving.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna look
Okay,
at sharkbait.
okay.
I'm gonna say sharkbait. I need some wood, bud.
How much we talking about? 'Cause I still need a whittle, bro. You can
We
get
just
some
need
back.
to- couple
just
inches.
2 sticks. I need 2 sticks, and I'm gonna hold out my hand, and with my fingers, I'm gonna make a little shape and be like maybe 10 inches.
You can have it, bud.
Sharkbait, you're blind. So more than likely, you're probably not paying attention to Bjork.
Well, I can't hear him.
You can hear him for sure, but you
He can
cannot
have
see
it.
him. You can't see anything.
You gotta grab it yourself, though.
I'll be like, can I get in your bag and take it? I'm trying to fix our problem here.
Yeah, he said you can grab it yourself.
DM.
Okay, I'm gonna just grab 2 little sticks of wood, and with a little leather string, I'm gonna tie them together. So I'm gonna make a little wooden cross. And I'm gonna walk up to Traco. I'm gonna hold my cross to him. I'll be like, I see Dragoon trying to fight you with his good magic.
DM.
Yep.
With Bjork getting so close, does he get blinded?
If he is 5 feet from him.
How close is
He's
Shark
at me, then he is right
Yeah,
next to
I'm
Dragoon.
walking
Then
right
yeah.
the fuck up to him.
As you walk up, Bjork, you are blinded.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
so as
spell
soon as you
lasts
walked up
for a
the-
minute.
Yeah, it
Fuck.
lasts for a minute.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at
He's
look
still-
at Truck and be like, I don't know what witchery you're using that's blinding people and making me fall on the ground.
That's
I am
Samantha.
God.
Dragoon, weirdly enough, you don't know what's going on. Like, it's the same brightness around you as it always is.
I'm looking around. What the fuck's the
But
matter
everyone
with you
else is
guys?
like, oh my god.
Yeah, Bjork, remembering the last time I was blinded, I'm just gonna fucking start freaking out, and I'm gonna sit down on the ground and pull out my jar of ale and just start chugging it. Gotta
I
make this
reach
go
out
away.
and try and feel Bjork's face.
Yeah.
So I can hear him talking, and when I get my hand on his face, I just want to put a candy in his mouth.
Okay. Roll a D100, Bjork.
Yeah, Bjork's just holding up this cross. I'm like, gotta make this go away. Gotta make it go away.
And then right as he's yelling that at me, I just put it in his mouth.
All right. About this time, Dragoon, the lights dim, and you all are no longer blinded as Bjork takes a chomp into this.
Yeah, Bjork again, like I did before the last time I was blinded. My eyes are still closed,
Yeah.
but that's a 25.
As you bite into this, you get your mouth fills with cherry flavor, and
Bjork's like, fruit magic.
It's a
you
fruit witch.
you feel
He's
your
a fruit witch.
you feel something in your forehead relax,
Oh,
and you look around, and you're seeing things that you didn't see before, and you don't know maybe if it's from the brightness, and though it's kind of going back to dim, or if it's the piece of candy, but something tells you that you're more perceptive than usual. For the next minute, you have advantage on perception rolls.
Bjork, I'm gonna stand back up and I'm gonna look at Dragoon. I'm gonna say, Bud, you cured me, and I think you gave me some kind of an insight. Let's press on. I'm just gonna start marching down the hallway.
I'm gonna roll my eyes and be like, "Yep, it sure was Dragoon." And Samantha
I'm gonna find this
with
shit
their
now.
witch magic.
Hey,
Hey,
does Bjork still have his intelligence and his strength difference?
no, that's Traka.
Oh, is that Chaka? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was Bjork for some weird reason.
Using my big brain, my whole extra +1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why he's smart enough to use these candies to people.
Guinea pigs.
Are you keeping track on how many are you using?
He's like
Yes,
the magic
I'm also-
professor now.
I'm keeping track of everything with the candies.
Okay, cool.
His +1 made him into like Dr. Frankenstein.
I'm gonna look at Nyla and be like, "Hey, little kid, you want a piece of candy?"
He's
Oh.
not here to defend
Hey,
himself.
Bjork, you are now in
Oh.
sing mode.
No, I don't want candy.
I'm sorry, not Nyla. Bjork. Because Bjork just
Real-
ate the candy.
Real good. I grew a
Bjork,
feather beard.
Bjork
Sneezed
saying
it
all
off.
weird now. I'm guessing with my high perception, I can see that he's trying to hand him some candy. I'll be like, "Come on, little boy, take the candy."
I'll look at Bjork and be like, you want another one?
The schnozberries taste like schnozberries.
I'm just gonna keep walking towards where we were heading.
Perfect. So you do not partake in a candy?
No.
All right.
Everybody's being
what a
weird on this
wonderful
candy. I don't want
day
none
it
of
is.
this.
I want to
what a
look at
wonderful
Chaka and be like,
day
can
it
I
is.
have another piece of candy?
Here.
Pop
right.
it in my mouth.
Roll a
I'm
D100.
just gonna keep skipping down this hallway. Sunshine and rainbows.
17.
Let's see. You taste we've had this one already. You bite into this and it tastes like blueberry. And as you do, everyone's kind of looking at you, and you don't grow a beard. You're dragonborn, but for some reason you feel itchiness all over your face, and these feathers start popping out, and you have a nice long feathery beard. And as the wind picks up, it starts tickling your nose a little bit, and you sneeze, and feathers just go poof everywhere.
Bonus points for the foot video.
Malak, since I've been seeing everybody eat these pieces of candy and weird shit just keeps happening, I'd like to ask Chaka if I could get a piece of candy.
Absolutely.
Roll a D100.
Before I eat the candy, though, I want to investigate it.
You look at the piece of candy, and it's almost. This one's almost shifting in the color schemes. It's going from reds to greens to blues and everything in between.
I'm eating it.
Roll a D100.
All right, Lar.
Yep.
I'm gonna look back around and realize these dudes are goofy. But where is our cleric?
Bjork's gonna turn around
Malak 67.
Bjork's gonna turn around to Malak, and I'm gonna go, candy is dandy, but liquor is quicker.
You said 67?
Yeah.
As you bite into this candy, nutmeg fills your nostrils and your mouth, and let's see what happens.
Nutmeg.
God, that made me fucking nervous.
You look at the person closest to you, which would be Traka, and his face morphs into your worst fear.
Fucking horse dick.
And you see this giant floppy horse dick coming at you, and reminded with the "give me that sugar" horse, you just fucking book it down this hallway. You are frightened of Traka for the next.
Oh god.
6 seconds.
And
Bjork,
okay, so instead of dipping the fuck out, I'm gonna look at what I thought was once Traka, which is now just a big floppy horse dick, and be like, "Ah, dickhead!" And I'm gonna fucking run.
Perfect.
I'm so glad that came full circle for when you posted that fucking thing on Facebook.
I love
seen
it.
That and fucking died. When I seen
I'm so glad it came into play.
Yeah, that's perfect timing, actually.
And Bjork, I'm gonna look at the rest of the group, and
shall we keep going?
I'm gonna say, there, see, completely unharmed.
All right. This hallway's not very long. Bjork, you were already marching that way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So you're already marching. Some more candiness happens. You get to the end of this hallway, and everyone eventually starts coming towards you. And there's only one direction to turn, which is right. And you go into this hallway. What was that?
I full on sprinted towards him because I
Yes.
seen a gigantic horse dick.
Yep. And I would say within, let's see, double speed. Your speed's 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 60 feet. Yeah, I would say you're able to get to Bjork very quickly at that point. You guys get to this turn, and you look, and there's another hallway, and this hallway's, and it's not in the best shape, but it definitely looks taken care of in some ways. The map shows a ginormous room on the other side of this, but all you do is see a wall. I need everyone
push
to
through
roll.
the wall?
Yeah, go ahead. You can try. As you get close to the wall, you put your hand on it, and it's a wall.
Can I hit the wall with my great axe?
Sure. I don't like how D&D makes you roll to hit a wall, so I'm just going to say you hit. What I'll do is to have a strength check to see how hard you hit.
All right.
And I hope everyone's okay with that.
18.
Yeah, you're able to hit it pretty hard. Several chunks of stone comes out. I would say hitting that hard, your axe now has a chip in it.
Oh, shit.
Hey, Sharkbait, you got a hammer, don't you? Come pound this wall a bit.
I'm gonna look at Trocken and be like, my axe, my brand new axe.
It can still be used. Just note that it is cracked, or like it has like a crack in it. Just you need to note that.
Fuck.
Your axe did not survive the stress test.
It didn't. I'm gonna have
And
to buy a new
I
one.
guess Sharkbait flew away, so I'll just
Go ahead and roll, because Traka, I know you know for a fact that there's supposed to be an entrance here. Roll a perception or investigation, whichever you prefer.
it'd be a 17 on perception.
Oh yeah, you're shifting around. You've seen Dragoon just run up and just hit this motherfucker. But you look down and you actually see a hole towards the bottom. It's just wide enough to let you guys slide through.
I'm gonna baseball slide and be like, later, losers.
All right. As you do, that's a good place to end tonight's session because it is 11 o'clock. So, thanks everyone for coming to the stream. Hope you liked that we used video this time. Wednesdays and Sundays, we're going to start doing this. Also, next Wednesday is a one-shot. We're going to have a guest. He's already confirmed. Thank you, Curtis, for setting that up. His name is Scott, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's actually an author in Indiana, so it's pretty cool to have him on board for this. And it's actually going to be DM'd by Alex, who you've done one other, correct, Alex, with us so far? Or was that on our last?
Not with this one.
Okay,
but
that was
it
the last
in our
one.
group.
Yeah. So this will be the first time you guys get to see him DM. It will be on St. Patrick's Day, 8 p.m. Eastern, and it is going to be St. Patrick themed. So make sure. Yeah. So make sure you guys tune into that. That should be super fun. Remember, you can always check out our socials by typing !socials in our chat anytime we're live. And actually works when we're not live as well, so you can give that a try as well. If you're listening to us on our podcast, be sure to head over to our Facebook page or our Twitch page or both. Give us a like and a follow. It's actually socials with an S, Alex. And we can get the party started. Totally lost my train of thought there. Oh, give us a like and a subscribe, or a like and a follow. And if you love hearing what we do, give us a subscription. That would be great. Or just send us biddies whenever you want. We really appreciate biddies as well.
Show us them biddies.
Show us the biddies. With that,
Biddies.
we will end tonight's session. As always, be kind to each other. Do something nice for someone tomorrow. Love each other, but most importantly, love yourselves. Have a good night, and fuck cancer.
Fuck cancer.
Fuck cancer.
Fuck cancer.